Hashem, it's another symbol. You are going to be the king who are going to do exactly what I'm doing. You are going to provide your people with lechem. You are going to be the king. Interesting pasuk, pasuk chet. ושם איש מעבדי שאול ביום ההוא. נעצר לפני השם. There is a person from עבדי שאול ביום ההוא נעצר לפני השם. He stops there to be in front of השם. ושמו דואג האדומי, אביר הרועים אשר לשאול. A person by the name of דואג האדומי, maybe he was a convert from Edom. אביר הרועים, maybe the person who was on top of all the roim, according to Chadal, he was the head of Sanhedrin at the time of Shaul. But clearly, one of the close people to Shaul happened to be by Achimelech. I'm not going to comment on this pasuk for a second. Let's go to pasuk tet. ויאמר דוד לאחימלך, ואין יש פה תחת ידך חנית או חרב? כי גם חרבי וגם כלי לא לקחתי בידי. כי היה דבר המלך, נחוץ. So now he got the food, okay, he's okay with the lechem. As I told you, first you take care over the food, now about the security. Okay, the second of all is just Misrad HaBitachon. Say to him, listen, you know, when I ran, it was in such a haste, I did not take with me anything. Do you have anything here? First of all, I would say, he had to acquire his trust. So apparently he came to a point where he acquired this trust, and he could ask for something bigger than just lechem. I mean, taking a weapon is something on a different level. Everyone understands that you take the chanit, you take the cherev, you take the weapon because you had to do something which might be very dangerous, to kill people maybe. But you know, the strange thing is, the pasuk before. There is a story here. The story is David is talking to Achimelech, he asked for food, he got the food, and now he asked for weapon. And in the middle, from nowhere, there is a pasuk that does not tell me anything about the story. It's like, you know, as I told you many times, you know, in Shmuel it's very, very common. The picture now is going to a person who is there in the room. His name is Doeg Edomi, who is Ne'etzar Lifnei Hashem, which might be also, what is he doing there, like Ne'etzar Lifnei Hashem? Maybe he come for Shabbat, you know, like Hasidim are going to the Rebbe to a Tish. So maybe he was inspired by in Beit HaMikdash on Shabbat, maybe because Shabbat, apparently they did not do their work for the king, especially not the Roim, the shepherds. So he took one day off and he went to Nov to be inspired in Beit HaMikdash. Maybe very good point, and it's actually tied very well to this pasuk. But why? You could tell the story about Doeg Edomi after we finish the set about David and Achimelech. Any ideas? Do you understand the question, first of all? Like, this pasuk is not in place. It just break the whole discussion and what's going on between David and Achimelech. Why the Tanakh takes the camera and let's see what happened there. Hey, there is a person over there, like from the people of Shaul.
They have spies.
One by one, I'm sorry, yes?
So there is a problem.
There is a problem. Okay, the problem could be revealed later. Why here? Why at this point?
Maybe David noticed him there and said, "This guy's going to know I was here. I'm in trouble. I need a sword. I need a weapon."
So he saw him. This is what some of them Farshim explain like this. He saw him, and now he understood that maybe on his way to run, wherever he planned to run, we're going to see it in a second, someone might fight with him, so he needs something to fight back. That's a good point. And I think that the Metzudah David says something like this.
The king, he'll tell it goes back to Shaul, says, "I saw David over there,"
and therefore
he knows he'll be chased.
He's like a spy.
So he will be able to fight against them if he had some weapon.
No, that he can say that he was here and He may be spying on him or something like
Okay.
It
that.
explains.
And shows that David is lying.
So
It
you
shows
see,
the situation as seen by Doeg. Doeg sees David, presumably, he sees David, and the Kohen Gadol is helping David, and here David is a fugitive from the king, and this is what Doeg sees.
Does David know Doeg?
it's all true, by the way, but I think that if we could put this pasuk a little bit later, we, in pasuk Yud Aleph, where the story between Achimelech and David ended, then the Tanakh will tell us, you should know, David did not know, or maybe he knew and he did not care. There was another person over there who now is going to tell Shaul what happened. It's just like out of place. But yes?
But maybe after because it's there, it explains why Pasuk Tet is where Pasuk Tet is. In other words, David was fine. He needed lechem. That's it. That's all he really needed. But now that he saw Doeg and he realizes, the word is going to get back to Shaul, then I better take with me Chanit and Cherev because I'm going to need to fight back. Something is going to happen to me. The situation is graver than I thought. Now my whole story is about to get, it's going to be revealed that I made up a story.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder whether Chet is not indeed a break in the story, that the eating part and the need for food is one story, there's an interlude, and then afterwards comes the issue with the story.
For what? That's a very good point. Why?
Because you said, why is it there? I think there's a substantive reason.
There is a need to break the story. We are going to discuss it in a second. So, I want to teach you something that I actually learned by giving this Tanakh shiurim, because, in Parshanut, you have two ways to explain certain things. To zoom into, to take a microscope and to look into the details of the story. This is one way, and most of them, Farshim, are doing that. I had some siyata dishmaya to look in the opposite way. There is another way to see things, and this is to take a helicopter, to fly above the story, and to start seeing the bigger picture. So, I would say, you can take a telescope and to look from this side. What I try to do is to do it from this side, like the other side, like where you see very, very small, like from a very far to a very small point, and sometimes it's actually better than the first way. So most of the classic mefarshim are usually trying to take the details and to work from there. And it's a very good one. I don't, chas v'chalila, I don't compare myself to all the mefarshim, but we take a different approach, and let's see from the aerial view, from the eagle eye view. My question is very, very simple. The hero of this story is David. What is the impression about our hero in this perek? Honestly, like from everything that you read so far, what the impression, what the colors, I would say, the Tanakh is painting him with?
Desperate.
What?
He's desperate.
He's desperate.
He's needy.
He's flawed.
I'm sorry?
Flawed. He's not perfect.
He's not perfect. Anyone can see here some
He's a liar.
uneasiness with us when we read the story about David. Why are we troubled a little bit when we read this story?
He's just lying. He's lying.
But he's lying for a good reason.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes?
Our image of him is someone very strong and capable and able to make fast and good decisions, and here he's the opposite.
This perek is the opposite of everything we know about David. Until now, we look upon David, Ika Shaul be'alafav, David be'revevotav, a person who is not afraid of anyone, of Goliath, and a person who is defeating the Aryeh and the Dov. And boom, with like free dive from everything we know and we admire David, to a person who ran away, which is already okay, it was not his fault, it's true, but lying on his way, putting in risk Achimelech. This was a very dangerous thing. And we are going to read in the next perek that this ended up with a disaster, with a catastrophe actually. And David is not in his best in this perek. And one of the major rules of the Tanakh does not cover the wrongdoings of his heroes. They are heroes, but sometimes they make mistakes. And the Tanakh will never cover it up. It will tell us about people what they are. And this perek is a perek that shows us a side that we never saw in David.
He's human.
It's very human. And not only that, when I told you that this perek is going in this fast pace, it's for a reason. When people are desperate, when people are hurried, they don't think through. We all know that sometimes our worst decisions in life were made under pressure, under the heat of the moment. And David is in a minute like this, in a moment like this. He's running away, he's desperate, he's hungry. All the husbands here know, when we are hungry, we cannot think about anything, no one can ask us to do anything. We are hungry. And David is hungry after 3 days, and he's running away. He does not know what the future holds for him. With no weapon, no security. Jonathan just it was a terrible departure. He was crying. That's a bad moment. And David, until this point, is just going down and down and down. Now, we don't blame David, but we have to understand the situation. Because David put in danger Achimelech. He lied to him. In certain circumstances, if he would think through, he would understand that he risks the life of Achimelech, as it indeed happened later. And this perek is criticizing David. And to bring it to a point where it's obvious, and to understand how much David was irresponsible in a way, we bring this pasuk and we tell the reader, at a certain point he did not see the obvious. Doega Edomi is there. Apparently he was not alone because he was one of the most important people of Shaul. David, if he would just stop for a second and will understand what does it mean to ask for a weapon here, he would not put in risk Achimelech. But nevertheless, as everything is happening in this perek in haste, he did not stop to think what will be the outcome of something like this. And therefore, when the Tanakh wants to show us how David did not stop for a second to think about what might happen, he shows us the camera is going over to Doega Edomi, and it's not actually for Doega Edomi, it's just to give us, wow, David, how can you ask when a person like him for a weapon from Achimelech? Don't you understand what it might cause? And that's why we bring this pasuk. As I say, from the eagle view, this is unbelievable. What happened to David here? Even when people are, as I say, they don't stop for a second to think about what they are doing, they might do grave mistakes just because they are under hurry and under pressure. So about the cherev of David, and next week I'm going to talk about the even more important thing. This is from David's point of view, how he did not stop to think about the possible outcome of what is going to happen. But there is also the Tanakh want to break for a second and to think about the request of David of lechem versus weapon. which is very, very different, and that's what we are going to do next week, B'ezrat Hashem. So, Yashar Koach again, and Laila Tov.